All right, make sure that we're all unmuted here. There we go. Nice. Cool. What's going on, guys? I hope you guys are doing well. We are going to be, let's see. We're in our live scene. Make sure you guys can see my screen here. We're going to screen capture. There we are. Nice. Make it nice and easy. Yeah, so we just got access through TikTok to be streaming also on mobile, which is phenomenal. So 300 followers. Thank you to every single one of you for following. If you're on Twitch, thank you for all of the follows and coming into the lives and hanging out, asking questions, telling me about your day. Like, it is because of you guys that I can continue doing this. So, like, I'm so thankful for you. Let's see here. We can go ahead and close that down. Yeah, there it goes. And so I wanted to come in and do some more D&D content. We started one on like a regular stream thing and got sidetracked. We started talking like basketball and other things. People just coming in saying hello. And so I wanted to build a character for you guys today. And I wanted to get your guys' input on what kind of a character we should build. So we're going to hang out here until we get some people in, and we'll start finding some new ideas. Okay. We got the multi-stream. I'm going to go ahead and do this. And we'll put on some music, too, while we're chilling out. Uh-huh. And that should be coming through. I'm not seeing it. Hold on one sec. Streaming the track, cool. That should be there. It does look like it's almost maybe a little buggy. Let's see if let's try this. So we have Spotify. We'll go into our properties here. We're just going to change that. Open that back up. Okay. And there it goes. Get you guys some good music in there going. Cool. All right, cool. Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for joining in. Holy cow. How are you guys doing? Holy crap, you guys. All these viewers. What are you guys doing? You guys having a good day? We are talking about some D&D, and we're going to be going through that. Make sure to like and share if you guys like D&D or if you know anybody who likes D&D. Seriously, like, phenomenal. We're gonna be creating a class, and I need to know from you guys what subclass I should be building. I was looking at the new Hell Knight version. Essentially, they're called the Ill Rigger, which is basically a Hell Knight. It's like the Hexblade that's coming in. Justin and Mariana, what's going on, you guys? Thank you. The Chill MF. I love that name. That's great. Let's see. Yeah, be sure to like, comment, share it with friends who you think might like this. We have Lucas who just joined in, and the more people we can get in who want to participate in this and like do some character building, I think would be super fun. If you've never played Dungeons and Dragons and are just even slightly curious about it, come in and say hi. Just like we have Just Jason and Seargoat. What's going on, you guys? All right, let's see. We are gonna go to our collections. You're gonna see the ridiculous amount of characters I have. 248 characters. We just started working on this one here. Mr. Artsy. I like the name. That's great. And here we are. Make sure that I am... Oh, I just realized that it's not doing TikTok on that. But as far as Streamlabs, that's fine. We got you here on the chat. I see you guys. Speedy Boy Airsoft. Nice. Airsoft. Like that. And we'll come in. Let's see here. If we go to... We're going to come in here. There we go. And then that gets me in the chat there for you guys as well. So now we have a couple options for me to be able to see you guys for that, and we can hang out and just enjoy it, you know? Alright, so we are looking at, this is called the Ill Rigger. Oh, also, if it's too loud for you, please let me know. I'm still, especially being new to streaming, am working on all the different types of volumes to that, just making sure that we're good across all platforms. James Mitchell, thank you for liking the video. I appreciate that. And there's cool, we're there. There's some awesome names out here, you guys. You guys are fantastic. Alright, so I definitely want the live chat here. Just like sidebar this window. That should allow me to do that. Do we have anything else that's showing here? I think we're all good. I think we're all good to go. So Thirst, welcome in. We are building our character. So I had this idea for the Ill Riggers. For those of you that don't know, they are a Hell Knight that essentially replaces the Hexblade. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a Hell Knight with the focus on being like a noble. I am going to choose a Tiefling, but I want to take one of the new options here, the Abyssal Tiefling, and build on that. You know, like what I want to do with that essentially is build this noble who, what else could I say for him? Essentially, I want this Tiefling to be this kind of like big, not necessarily an ego to them. Alberto, what's going on, man? How you doing? But basically, we want this Tiefling. They are of an heir. They are this noble that's going to come in. A little bit of poison to them. The Abyssals are demon, right? So more like alien, devil, demon. And having this kind of noble ancestry, excuse me, how they ended up getting that, why they learned the skills that they did. So I want them to be extremely strategic and good at chess. Adding that in. You know, somebody who's trained in war, where they do fight melee. They are a martial class. This specific one, though, at 3rd level, so we'll go through these. This 3rd level, you get the Diabolic Contract, and we're looking at the Architect of Ruin. And this Architect of Ruin, they are essentially a caster. They are the caster version of this melee Gish. Because most of them don't actually cast spells, they use seals instead. This one gets the best of both worlds, and so that's what we're focusing on, is their ability to cast and use these seals, to have this noble, persuasive personality and persona to them. This a bit of a haughtiness, being this this abyssal tiefling. So let's see. What are we gonna look at here? And thank you guys for the like. I appreciate that. Any of you guys that come in, please make sure to share this with your friends and anybody that loves D&D, even if they don't know about D&D. If you don't know about D&D and you want to learn, this is a great game. Doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your essentially even interests, your likes. This is a good game for everyone. Great for families, great for friends, adults, or kids. It's great for like a great way to like learn about yourself and like how you handle situations. There's so much good psychology in it. It's awesome. So with that being said, let's read through the class. All right, so we got our volume down here. I'm going to keep that low for you guys, so it's just some background stuff. Okay. Hit points start out Constitution modifier. You get a D10, so pretty high up. It's pretty good. They beefy. Proficiencies. Their proficiencies, they get light armor, medium armor, and shields. Simple and martial weapons, so this is why they are a martial class, right? Don't start with the tool proficiency, but their saving throws are Constitution and Charisma, which is super different. We haven't really seen that yet. So this, well, I mean, I guess we could say that we have with Sorcerer, but this is something a little bit more. We don't see a lot of Constitution stuff. So this is a cool, unique way, especially on a martial character, out of Charisma Con. Skills, you get Arcana, Athletics, Deception, Insight, Intimidation, Investigation, Persuasion, Religion, and Stealth. I chose Persuasion and Athletics because even though we're a caster build, I am going to build some strength into them. Well, actually, yeah. Problem is, I don't want to go too mad. I'd rather have a higher con than Dex, so maybe, yeah, because you might get hit a little bit more. I want them to be Gish. Now, with them being a Gish, you can change some things, but we'll get to that in a second. So, level 1, you get the Baleful Interdict. Basically, you get these seals. And when you hit a creature with an attack, or as a bonus action, you can place a seal on them. And then at any point, doesn't take an action, you can basically, when they take damage from anybody, if they take damage from a fireball from somebody else, or an opportunity attack, or whatever reason, they take any damage, you can pop that seal, and that seal will deal a d6 fire or necrotic damage, your choice, right? You can stack seals on top of them, so you can deal a plethora of damage. And once the seal is burned, it immediately vanishes. Excuse me. But part of that trick, too, is that you also will get abilities that when you pop those seals, they will do other things as well. Forked tongue, so you get to choose some cool new things for your, like, languages, which is awesome. We'll come over here. Let me pull this up too for you guys. We'll go to our monitor here. And once you choose your languages, then you're also coming down to your combat mastery. Here we go. This is where the features start kicking in. We got Bravado. While you're not wearing armor, your armor class equals 10 plus your dex plus your charisma modifier. Although, I don't know why you would necessarily do that when you get medium armor and you get your, you know, you get medium armor or light armor is your choice. So, even if you went unarmored, you're looking at pretty close to the same So, for me, nah. Brutal. When you hit a creature who's no more than one size larger than you with an attack you make with a melee weapon that you're wielding with 2 hands, you can move that target 5 feet horizontally, and if you choose, you can then spend that movement to move to the other side, to the space that they left. So you basically hit them, swing, follow through, and move to that spot where you can attack again. That one's okay. Inexorable. You gain 1 bonus saving throw, a +1 to your bonus saving throw for each hostile creature within 5 feet of you, maximum +5. So you run into a group of them, and you can have a +5 to your save, which, unlikely, but even a +2 or a +3 to your save is phenomenal. We'll come over to Lies. This is my favorite one. You can choose a type of melee weapon, such as a battle axe, a greatsword, or a spear. When you attack with that type of weapon, you can use a charisma modifier instead of strength or dex for the attack and damage rolls. You can choose a new weapon type, which replaces your previous choice when you finish a long rest. Hexblade! So now you don't have to go so mad by choosing all this strength and moving over here and trying all this, and then you want dex because you want AC, and then you want to... Instead, choose Lies and you go charisma. And then you can choose your secondary stat. Most likely the one we're going to do. We have Lissum. Lissum here. Okay? On Lissum, you hit a creature with a melee weapon, you can spend that movement to move 5 feet away without provoking opportunity attacks. Okay, so Swashbuckler. Go in, strike, move out, no opportunity. Right? And then we'll come into our last one, which is Unfettered. This one is a little bit more casty. When you use your Baleful Interdict to place or burn a seal, its range is now 60 feet instead of 30. When you gain the Infernal Conduit, which we'll explain in a bit, it's touch, but instead now it becomes 30 feet. In addition, when making a ranged attack while within 5 feet of a hostile creature, it does not impose disadvantage. So good for ranged characters, but Lies I think is a little bit better for what we're doing. Interdiction, you basically get the Interdict boons, which is when you pop a seal. As you gain levels in the class, you gain more, right? Some boons allow you to expend unplaced seals to fuel abilities. So some you expend after you hit a creature, you place the seals, they take damage, you can pop that and use that boon on top of the damage. Right? And then some of them have passive tags. So some, the boons are always on. Others, you can pop even if they're not on a creature and do it that way. And then if we come over here to Interdict boons, we were talking about that earlier, you get a couple options. You have a Baiting Seal, Bedeviled Soul Eater, Styx Apathy, and Swift Retribution. So let's look at a Baiting Seal. When a creature you see damages you or an ally within 30 feet of you, you can expend a seal. So remember we were talking about the seals that you haven't popped yet? Well, that seal, you can now use a reaction to reduce the damage taken by the target by an amount equal to 1d10 plus half your level. The class level, specifically. Okay? If we go to Bedevil, when you burn a seal on this interdicted creature, you can activate the boon, no action required. They subtract a number equal to your proficiency bonus from the result. Automatically. Pop, reduce their saving throw. Not by a dice roll, by your proficiency bonus. So it only gets better over time, right? Soul Eater. When you burn a seal on an interdicted creature, you can activate this boon. Again, no action. To gain temporary hit points equal to your class level. So 20th level, you get 20 hit points, temporary hit points for popping a seal. And you get a lot of seals. By the way, those seals refresh on a short rest, which is awesome. So after Soul Eater, we're going to Styx Apathy. When you burn a seal on an interdicted creature, you can use your reaction to flood the target with an otherworldly chill, and until the target's next turn, they can't take reactions. Okay. Swift Retribution is our next one. Gojo, what is going on? I love the eye on that too. That's cool. That's a really cool logo. Or avatar, I guess, on that. But yeah, that's awesome. When an interdicted creature provokes an opportunity attack from you, you can make that attack without using your reaction, provided you're not incapacitated. Once you benefit from this boon, you can't do so again until you start of your next turn. So you basically get 2 opportunity attacks if you're also using your reaction. Okay. Can be strong. You have 2 attacks. So if you swipe, and then somehow they get moved away, you can swipe again. So 4 attacks. That can add up. But I really like Bedevil because, well, our Diabolical Contract. We're choosing the Architect of Ruin, which is the caster version. So they're the only one that actually gets spells, which we're going to look at those right now. Starting in our cantrips, we have Vicious Mockery, Vengeful Blade, that's a new one, Thaumaturgy, Shocking Grasp, Ray of Frost, Minor Illusion, Message, Hellfire, new one, Firebolt, Dancing Lights, it's Illusion now, and Chill Touch. Okay. On this one, you brandish the weapon, you attack with the melee attack against the creature, right? They suffer the normal effects and Dark Aura of Energy radiates from the start of their next turn. Okay. If the target makes an attack or casts a spell beforehand, so you hit them first, bam, Vengeful Blade. If they cast a spell or make an attack until your next turn, they take a d8 necrotic damage. So like Booming Blade, but rather than Booming Blade, it's now, rather than movement, it's now 4 attacks. Vengeful Blade, strong. Hellfire. You create a Smoldering Hellfire. The creature you can see within range. The target must succeed on a Charisma saving throw or take a d4 fire plus a d4 necrotic. 2d4, you're looking at like 2 to 3 damage on average, right? So about 2 damage. So 4 damage. We'll call it 5 damage on average out of 8. Okay. It doesn't really do anything else. It is really flavorful. I like that, but I don't know if it's that strong. Bubby, what's going on? Versus if we look at Chill Touch, that's a D10 necrotic, you know, and they can't regain hit points until the end of the next turn. But that one is touch, so there is that. If we come into Ray of Frost as a regular attack, Vicious Mockery. Okay. Wisdom save. You unleash a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments. They take a d6 psychic damage and have disadvantage on the next attack roll. I want it. So basically, you attack, right? You can use Vicious Mockery. They get disadvantage on their next attack roll. You can pop a seal. They get a minus to their next saving throw, which could also work against Vicious Mockery as well. And then I'm going to take Vengeful Blade. It's so hard for me not to take Minor Illusion. I love this spell so much. Hellfire seems freaking cool. It is a save. But if you think about it like this, you're looking at 2d4. But if you're using Vengeful Blade, you're getting your attack, so probably 2d6 if you're using a Greatsword, right? And then you get a d8 if they attack or cast a spell. 2d6 and a d8 versus 2d4. Pretty clear, you know? Vengeful Blade, yes. Flavorful, weak as fuck. Alright. So let's move on to our first level spells. Bane. Cool. Silent Image, Shield of Faith, Shield, Hell's Lash, new one, Hellish Rebuke, Disguise Self, Detect Magic, Command, Color Spray, Charm Person, Burning Hands, Bane. Alright. Hell's Lash. You lash a whip of crimson energy at a creature you can see within range, creating a conduit between you and the target. They must succeed on a con save or take the 4d4 fire damage, right? And be tethered. If they're tethered, they take 2d4 fire damage at the beginning of their turns. Tethered creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of their turns. For the duration, if the target is an interdicted creature, you can use a reaction to burn one of your seals on the creature. When you do, the creature makes their next saving throw to this spell with disadvantage. Attack him, place seal, and Vengeful Blade, so 2d6 plus a d8. You throw a Hell's Lash the next turn for 4d4, and then 2d4 damage. You can use your reaction to burn that seal, and they get disadvantage. Otherwise, you can burn that to get your proficiency bonus. But disadvantage is better. That's for sure. Right? So we got that. That's pretty fun. I want that one. Command. I want command on this. And then I get a third one. Hellish Rebuke. 2d4 and 2d10. Shield of Faith could be useful. Silent Image. This could be really useful. Bane. Charm Person could also be really useful. If we do Charm Person instead. Batman, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. We are creating a D&D character of a Hell Knight. Bane is so strong that up to 3 creatures of choice see within range make a charisma saving throw. Whenever the target fails the save, makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, they subtract a d4. Right? It's a save. So attack, burn seal, right? You guys are starting to get the thing. It's a lot of reduction on them. Not a ton of damage. That's okay. I think I want Bane. Because Burning Hands does 3d6, but again, great sword, you know. Two great sword attacks is 4d6 compared to a level 1 Burning Hands, you know. So we got our spells, right? We come down, we have our Diabolical Contract, we get our Invoke Hell. Asmodeus' Blessing, Architect of Ruin, he's going to grant you access to his Infernal Knowledge. You gain proficiency in one of the following skills: Arcana, History, Nature, or Religion. I chose Arcana. You get your spellcasting we talked about, but now your Invoke Hell. You get Enervating Spell when you deal damage with a creature to a creature with the Illrigger spell of first level or higher. You can expend a seal and imbue the spell with Weakening Magic. The target has vulnerability to that spell's damage. If they normally have resistance or immunity to that spell's damage, that resistance or immunity is suppressed for the spell. The target has vulnerability to it instead. So you can pop this and give them vulnerability, dealing double damage of whatever spell that you're casting. Once per long rest. Twice per long rest. You know, then you have Spellblade, which you can use an action to both make a melee weapon attack and cast an Illrigger spell that you know that has a casting time of 1 action. So, melee weapon attack, and then into a spell. Pretty strong. Hey, thanks for the likes, you guys. Appreciate that. So now we have the idea of them. We're going to move this up to 20th level. So now you get some more levels of that, which we'll get to. We'll subtract that in. We have an ability score improvement. We'll hold. Forked tongue, you basically just get another language. So let's find one that we'd want. I'm going to choose Sylvan. Okay. Another ability score. 10th level, you get Blood Price. Okay. Or actually, let's hold on Blood Price. Let's go back. 5th level, extra attack. Right? 2 attacks now per turn. Infernal Conduit. Basically, you touch somebody, and if it's an enemy, you can draw their energy, their life force, and you heal. Or you can touch an ally and heal them by devouring taking your own energy out of that, right? So it's transference. 7th level, here we go, big feature. Once on each of your turns, you can cast one of your Illrigger cantrips in place of one of your attacks granted by your extra attack. So you can Vengeful Blade and regular attack. Pretty cool. 7th level, passive. Allows you to infuse your seals with manifest power when you burn one or more seals to do damage. You can activate it to add your modifier, Charisma, to each seal's damage roll. Okay? Each time you pop a seal that's going to deal damage, you get Charisma modifier to that per the seal. To each seal's damage roll. So if you have 3 seals on somebody, and you have a +5 Charisma, that's 15 damage, plus whatever the 1d6, 2d6, 3d6 for all the seals. Big damage using your seals, which come back on a short rest. Spellbreaker, 13th level. When the creature you can see within 60 feet of you casts a spell, you can use your reaction to burn a seal on them. When you do, burning the seals does no damage. And a cast counter spell on them without expending a spell slot. Your spell level increases by 1 for every additional seal you burn after the first. So you burn a seal, then they say what level do you want to burn to, and then you can do that. 18th level, as a passive, when you or an ally within 13 feet succeed on a saving throw against a spell imposed by an enemy, you can immediately place 1 or more seals on that enemy up to a number equal to your proficiency bonus. Spell to you, save, have some seals. And then I'm going to attack you with a Vengeful Blade and then a regular attack. And then from that, I'm also then going to pop those seals, and those seals are going to deal X amount of damage. More Forked Tongue. Blood Price. You strengthen your defenses at the cost of your vitality. When you fail a saving throw, you can expend a hit dice, rolling it and adding it to the save. Terrifying Force. Your attacks are empowered. When you gain this feature, choose a damage type, and you deal an extra D8 of that type. We're going to choose Poison. Submit. When you cast an Illrigger spell known, you can burn 2 seals on an interdicted creature to impose disadvantage on their saving throw against that spell. Okay. When you cast the spell. So before, you could, if they took damage, pop the seal, and then popping that seal, deal your proficiency bonus to reduce the thing, to reduce their saving throw. But now, when you cast a spell, you can burn 2 seals on them. You know? So if they don't have damage taken to them by the time you come around to pop that, then you can do this instead. Damage from your seals ignores damage resistances. In addition, you can use your bonus action to regain a seal if you have none remaining. Once you regain a seal, you can't do so until you finish a long rest. Cool. Vile Transmogrification. You can recover 2 new ways to employ Asmodeus. Oh, you uncover 2 new ways to employ Asmodeus' magic. Regaining seals. As a bonus action in your turn, you can expend a spell slot to regain a number of seals equal to the slot's level. Or, as a bonus action on your turn, you can expend a number of seals to regain a spell slot of a level equal to 1/3 that number. So, better to expend a spell slot and gain seals than the other way around. Once you use one of these benefits, you can't do so again until you finish the long rest. More ability scores. Infernal Majesty. You regain, so as a bonus action, you gain Power of Hell for 10 minutes. Resistance to cold, fire, necrotic. Wings appear on your back. 60 feet fly speed. When you use your blood price, you can cause an enemy you can see within 10 feet of you to take damage equal to the number rolled on your hit die. So basically, you fail a saving throw, you can use a hit dice to potentially save, and then on top of that, they now take damage to that number that you rolled. When you hit with a weapon attack, Cynthia, what's going on? We are building a new D&D character here. This is mostly what we do is D&D stuff as well as other gaming. So I wanted to come in and do that for you guys. Thank you for stopping in. We just actually got the ability to do lives. So we've been doing lives today, just trying to say hi to everybody and get started. Alright, for the duration, if you die, you can choose to have your body disappear, burst into flame, leaving behind your equipment. You respawn essentially D6 days later somewhere in hell. Oh, and then when you hit with a weapon attack, your terrifying force deals 2d8 instead of 1d8. Okay. Long rest. Master of Hell, you basically tear open a rift and get one of these clouds. We are choosing Pestilence, going with the poison theme. Each enemy in the area makes a Constitution save. On the save, they take 5d10 poison, 5d10 necrotic. Become poisoned for a minute. On successful save, they take half and do not become poisoned. Great. So we got those. Now we need to come back to our interdict boons. We've done this one before. When you use a bonus action to place or move a seal on a larger or smaller creature, you can activate this boon, conjure infernal chains to grasp the target, forcing them to make a strength save. On a fail, pull them 10 feet towards you, or cause them to be grappled until the end of your next turn. Okay. You can expend a seal as a bonus action to teleport 60 feet. Okay. Each time you use a bonus action to place or move a seal, you can make one weapon attack as part of the same bonus action. So attack, bonus action move, and attack. Eyes of the Gate. You basically take on their senses. They make a wisdom saving throw. They can willingly fail. You're bound to their awareness for a number of hours equal to the number of seals you expended, or until you lose the boon on another creature. Or use it. 300 feet is the distance. Hear through their senses, gain the benefit of any special senses. Additionally, for the duration, you can place seals, burn them, and use interdict boons as if you were in the creature's space. But doing so makes the creature aware of this bond. An aware creature can use their action to repeat the saving throw. Okay. Move a seal, magically teleport within 5 feet of the target. Start your turn within 30 feet of the creature. You can expend a seal to become frenzied. While frenzied, your movement speed is doubled. A +2 bonus to your AC, and you can make an extra weapon attack when you take the attack action. So 30 feet, rage out, double your movement speed, +2 AC, and swing. Bonus action, pop a seal, swing again, 4 attacks. And if you have that other one for opportunity attacks and they move away, you can swing and then reaction swing again. Up to 6 attacks, essentially, if they move. If you build it right. This one, we're doing the cast version, so we're not going to take that. Expend a seal as an action, gain True Sight. Hit an interdicted creature with a ranged weapon attack. We're not using that. But you put a weakness in their defenses, and they take a penalty to their AC. Touch a creature, expend the seals, send the creature to hell. Charisma save, or be pulled into the rift. If the target is native, or if their level of challenge rating is 4 or lower, they remain there and must find their own way out. Otherwise, the target remains in the prison for 1 minute. H, what's going on? So we're just building a D&D character. Welcome to the stream. Otherwise, target remains in the prison for 1 minute, after which they reappear in the space they left to the nearest unoccupied space available. This target can repeat the saving throw. Okay. Reduce to 0 hit points and have unplaced seals remaining. You can expend up to 3 seals and release an explosion around you. 3d6 per seal. So you hit 0 hit points, you have 3 seals left, you're doing 9d6 damage to each creature within 30 feet, and they make a dex save. On failed save, they take the fire damage equal to the total you rolled. On a successful save, they take half as much. If the explosion damages at least one creature, you regain a number of hit points equal to the total you rolled. So 0, swing, up to 3 seals, so 9d6, roll that, and regain the health. Last word is strong. Spend a seal as a bonus action to weave a mantle around yourself or a creature you touch. They gain 2 AC for a bonus. Soul Eater, when you burn a seal, they gain temporary hit points, right? We saw that one. Soul's Doom. When you use a bonus action to place or move a seal, you can scorch the seal into the target's soul. And for 1 minute, whenever the creature takes damage, they take extra damage equal to your proficiency bonus. Whenever they take damage, they take extra damage equal to your proficiency bonus. Okay. Bonus action. Place seal. Attack. They take proficiency bonus for both attacks. Right? Soul's Doom, strong. I like that one. 6 is apathy, we saw it. Swift retribution. Unleash Hell. When you burn 1 or more seals, you can use your reaction to unleash an explosion of energy around them. Each creature... Okay, one more time. When you burn a seal on one of the creatures that has seals, you use your reaction to make an explosion. Each creature of your choice within 5 feet of that target makes a dex save. Otherwise, that creature takes the same amount and type of damage as the seal dealt to that creature. So it works really well when creatures are grouped together. Not as strong as you'd kind of hope, though. 661, what's going on? When a creature makes a ranged attack against you or an ally, you can see within feet, you can spend K. There's a reaction to make a ranged weapon attack against the attacker. You deal extra damage to half your level. They shoot, you shoot back, you deal more damage. I really like Soul's Doom, so we're taking that. 13. These are all the same options, right? The teleport could be really useful in a pinch. I also like this idea of the senses, so I'm going to take that one. I do like the passive. Each time you use a bonus action to place or move a seal, you can make 1 weapon attack as part of the same bonus action. You're getting some extra damage. Support, or like debilitation, damage, utility, damage. Now we are talking about poison, so let's look at feats. We have a couple things that we could do. We could take Warcaster. Elemental Adept. No poison option. They have acid, though. So acid, but no poison, which sucks. So no elemental adept. Fey touch. Get some more spells, which I do like the idea of that. You get some enchantment. We're gonna go to charisma. We already have command. We could do compelled duel. Dissonant whispers. We have hex. Bonus action to curse a new creature if they drop to 0. So, essentially, go through, do your stuff, cast hex on extra. I do like that. Ability score, we're gonna just bring that in, and we're gonna boost our charisma. Let's do another boost. But we should also go over here. Let's go to our abilities. Point by, I want to go charisma. I want this one to be a little bit... we think of a noble demon tiefling. I feel like strength should be up. And intelligence. I'm gonna bring up their con. Maybe they're not the wisest, though. I think we do that. What level do we get that bonus? Second level. Yeah. And then we don't have to boost. Now we do get skilled. So I might want to choose... let's actually look at Poisoner's Kit too, because that's actually one of the things... Like, we're using poison damage. It kind of makes sense. Deception, we already got. Forgery. We don't have a good wisdom score. That's okay. Stealth could be handy because we don't have a lot of dex. And then we'll look into... We have all these instruments, but I could do intimidation as well. Let's throw that in. We get our ability skills. Talked about that. That's good. So let's look at Poisoner for a... What do we get? Increase their dex or intelligence. We'll go intelligence. Or actually, no, dex. Let's, what abilities are we at here? 11. It does. Or maybe we keep a higher dexterity on that. What you think? Rain, what's going on? Hey, hope you're having a good night. We're just chilling out, working on some D&D characters. This is the Grim Gaming, i.e. Maybe a little bit more dexterous, I guess. They may not... I mean, they get the proficiency of the con saves, which I like. We really don't need the strength. Let's just drop that. We're gonna drop strength. that's what we're stuck with. Unless +2, +2, +2. A +1 in intelligence maybe gives me a +2. Oops. Doesn't really do much for me. I think we're better to do that. So we're going to come to the class. Ability score improvement. Oh, we forgot about this one. So Poisoner, we increase. When you make damage rolls that deal poison damage, it ignores resistance. This is what we needed, because the Elemental had it. Yeah. So actually, we're going to do this. We're going to come back in. Do we have anything else that gives us poison damage? Maybe we go a different route in here. So if we look at ability score, we got Fey Touch. Let's change that. And do... Let's look at Magic Initiate Druid. We can choose more. We got Poison Spray, which ignores the resistance. It's a D12. We have 2 attacks though, so it's range though, which is nice. Primal Savagery is Acid. What's Elementalism give us? Water, Skull, Fire, Earth, Air. Okay. Starry Wisp. Let's just take a look. Make a ranged spell attack. D8 Radiant. Dim Light. Okay. Thorn Whip. Is there anything else that could be useful to us here? Spare the Dying, but we're not really doing a... Shillelagh. It's okay. Maybe some Druidcraft. It's thematic. Bloom. That's, yeah, let's do that. Alright, and then we can come in here and we get a couple things. The Berry Fire, detect poison and disease, that's thematic. But what if we did this? So we saw Druid. What if we looked at Wizard? Acid Splash, okay. Mind Sliver could be great. Hold the Dead, True Strike. Nothing really poison. I kind of feel there really isn't a whole lot of poison damage that they can do from what I'm seeing. But we are... You know what? Let's do it. Let's... It's thematic. I like the theme to it. We're gonna do... sorry. Yeah, we're gonna do Druid. And we're gonna come in here. We choose Charisma. This is gonna boost us up. Druidcraft. Poison Spray. Entangle could be really useful. But Detect Poison and Disease is very thematic. I'm just going to go ahead and choose that. Okay. Now we come into here, we get Combat Prowess, Energy Resistance, Fate, Fortitude, Irresistible Defense, Recovery, Skill, Speed, Spell Recall, True Sight, Night Spirit. When you miss with an attack roll, you can hit instead. Once you use this benefit, you can't use it again until the start of your next turn. If we have a lot of attacks, we are a martial character, that could be useful. Dimensional travel. Take the attack action or the magic action, you can teleport up to 30 feet. That's also some more movement. Teleportation, that could be really useful. But an automatic hit is great. Energy resistance. When you take damage of one type, the energy resistance, you take the reaction damage towards another creature. Okay, so you can redirect it. You could change it. Wow. Okay. That's really strong. Fate is basically luck. If we look at Fortitude, your hit point maximum increases. In addition, when you regain hit points, you can regain additional hit points equal to your con mod. Can't do so until... Oh my gosh, I need that on a damn pier. That'd be so good. Okay, when you roll a d20 for an attack roll, you can deal extra damage to the target equal to the ability score increased by this feat. This one just seems awful. It ignores resistance. Okay. But when you roll a 20, so not really extra damage equal to the target equal to the ability score increased. No. This one's way better. Recovery. Drop to 1 hit point instead. Okay. Bonus action, you expend dice from the pool. Regain a number of hit points equals the roll total. You regain all the expended dice when you finish the long rest. As a level 19 feat, it's okay. Speed, spell recall. Whenever you cast a spell with a level 1 through 4, roll a d4. The number you roll is the same as the slot's level. I mean, that's pretty cool. Let's just go ahead. I mean, the automatic hit, though. Yeah. Cool. So if we look at our background, we should be all set. 2 martial weapons. I want a battle axe so I can use a shield. We could greatsword this. The poisoned greatsword. I do kind of actually like that. Chain shirt. We'll do a Dungeoneer's pack, 5 javelins. And the gaming, we're doing chess. Okay, so we got that. Let's, what else we got? We're gonna come over. We're gonna manage character. Change sheet appearance, go to Underdark mode. We're definitely going to a green. Backdrop, we're changing something poisonous. Hell Knight. So I want that. And then maybe not Druid Moss. Ranger Emerald looks pretty fun on that. I love Flumps. That's actually, I like that. I actually really like that one. That's the one. And there we go. We have our Poisonous Noble Tiefling, who, spells-wise, we have Druidcraft, Poison Spray. Oh, which we already get. So we could actually take something else. Thaumaturgy, Vengeful Blade, and Vicious Mockery. 4d12, ignores resistance. Bane, Command, Hell's Lash, Ray of Sickness. And yeah, you get 4 of those slots. 3 of these where we get hold person. 3rd level, all the old spells, and 1 4th level. So 5d8, 10d4 plus 2d4, and the subsequent damage increases. So it's half of that. So 4 to 2, so 10 to 5. Great. Alright guys, and with that, we have made our character, so we're going to call this for the evening, and I will catch you guys later. Thanks for coming out, watching the stream.